up, my friends? Welcome to My Chemical Fancast. I'm Haley.
And I'm Kat.
And this is a podcast dedicated to all things My Chemical Romance. This week, we're covering the third vinyl of Conventional Weapons. It's the Cry episode. I've dubbed it the Cry episode.
It is the Cry episode. Like, honestly, fuck them for releasing both of these things.
What were
together.
they fucking thinking?
They knew what they were doing.
They knew.
Pissed.
They were trying to rip everyone's hearts out. Fucking fuck asses. I hate them.
Fuck asses.
Yeah. Couple of fuck asses is what they are.
Oh my.
I'm mad at them. Because they didn't need to do this to me, personally. Me personally.
You should tell them that.
I will. Tell Frank right to his fucking face. Because I know it's his fault. Okay. The world is ugly.
So, a lot of times I skip this song
Mm-hmm.
because I just know it could have been so much better because we have the live version.
That's what I was putting in my notes, is that I think I like the live version better.
Absolutely. Well, even Gerard likes the live version better.
Yeah.
But I can't start listening to this song without thinking of the lyrics to the other song. Like, I always sing the other song over this song because I just prefer it. Let me read Gerard's tweet about this.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start with this first tweet. The first tweet: "The world is ugly. Started writing this in a hotel room in Korea on the Black Parade tour. One of my favorite sentiments ever." And then somebody asked him why he changed the sound, and he said it was maybe an error in judgment. Ooh. And that he might redo it one day for a live performance, which is weird because he said that in 2014. Like, what? What? I don't understand that. I'm not going to unpack that though. And he said that he's compared both versions many times, almost scrapped the newer one in the studio to do it like the old one, met with resistance. And then he said the old one is better, though unfinished.
Wow. So there was some butting of heads over that.
Yeah, listen, this band is not just Gerard's project.
No, I know.
They have different says and things. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely more produced. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. The vibes are different, though.
The vibes are different. Like, I feel like the live version feels a lot more personal and more like relationship oriented.
Yes. Yeah.
And then this one is sort of like more, it kind of has like a little bit of a sing vibe in that it's defiant.
What I was thinking as well. The live version sounds kind of like his girl left him for another man's and he's upset about it.
And he's like, I'm still thinking of you, baby.
Yeah, and he said, "Are you thinking of him? Whomst is he speaking of?"
Whomst.
Because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure that he was pretty solid here, like, in his relationship and in his life. I don't know his life, but as far as I know, they were pretty solid.
Yeah, but this version, like the completed version, has more of like a sing vibe, and that it's about your heart's beating harder than someone else's hearts. And there's also like some Danger Days vibes with like a failing sun. But the live version definitely sounded like my girl likes another dude, but I still like my girl. And there was also like parts of it that sounded kind of real about like wanting to start off in a new place. Like, I can imagine him wanting to do that with Lindsay after they got married. Hey, we still have to go be rock stars. That sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. In this song, so it's never actually made me cry before.
No.
But I got a little emotional listening to it at work. I don't know if I was just like having a hormonal day that day or what, but I was a mess listening to both of these songs. So the sentiment that the world is ugly, I think this is maybe around the same time that he started like the whole keep it ugly thing.
I don't know.
Do you remember that? That he was like,
I mean, I remember him doing that.
Stay beautiful, keep it ugly.
Yeah, I just don't remember when that was.
Yeah, I feel like it was around this time. But that could have been later during Danger Days. I don't know. But I feel like this is like everyone sucks, but you rock. Like, not to reduce it to less than what it is, because it's a really, really sweet song. But I feel like that's the general sentiment is like everybody else sucks. Like the world in general, like as a whole, fucking sucks. But you know, you're a fantastic person and you know what's right and you know what's good in the world, and or like kind of like you help me see what's good in the world, that kind of feeling.
I agree. I think it's like about being able to like see someone and being like, yeah, you're awesome, even though everything around us is much less than awesome.
Yeah.
I said this in an earlier episode, and I just can't remember where I heard it, and I couldn't find it anywhere, so it could be a fucking lie. But I thought at some point I had heard that he had written this song for Mikey, but I don't know why I fucking thought that. So everybody just delete that from your minds and pretend I never said it.
There were a lot of rumors going around that he had written it for everybody. There was like, he wrote it for Bandit, he wrote it for Lindsay, he wrote it for Frank, he wrote it for Mikey, he blah, blah, blah. So, I don't know. I don't know who he wrote it for. I feel like it's just like, I feel like it maybe started off as a Lindsay thing and then became a little more generalized.
Yeah, I mean, it clearly went through like a very heavy rewrite, so...
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know what happened there.
And the Blink-182 lyrics, okay, I feel like he's pulling from Blink-182 here, because in Going Away to College, the lyrics are, "This world's an ugly place, but you're so beautiful to me." And it's not as though everything else sucks and you rock is a really original statement or thought.
Yeah.
But the way that it's, I don't know, just the way that it's worded is really similar. So I feel like he may have pulled a little bit from
maybe, but like it also makes me think of that song. Like, what is the song where it's like, "You're beautiful"? What is that song?
That's fucking what's his name? Something Blunt.
Oh, James Blunt? Is that what
James
it is?
Blunt, that's what
Hold
it
on.
is.
I have to Google the song now.
I fucking hate that song, man.
Let's see if the lyrics are similar.
God, I remember when this came out and it was playing everywhere. I wanted to throw up every time it played. I hate this song.
That's sometimes what this song makes me think of.
That's terrible. I'm so sorry.
Well, okay. On a better note, can we talk about the fucking live version for a second?
Yes.
Because, like, it's so goddamn good. So, like, the reason why I don't like this one is because it feels overproduced. Like, there's a lot of different, like, parts and, like, fancy instruments. Mm-hmm. And it was just so good when it was just their regular band instruments. And, like, also, like, fuck you, Brazil. Like, Brazil always does this, like, hashtag come to Brazil. You don't get to do that anymore after you got the live version of this song in front of your faces.
Yeah.
Like, you got the greatest gift.
They don't fully appreciate it.
Just savor that, because we'll never have it. We'll never have it.
Nope.
Those videos are incredible.
Yes, they are.
And Gerard's voice is just, like, huge. Just huge in that live bridge. Mm-hmm. And Bob's drums, like, there's such a good, like, deep drum part in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. It's great. I'm going to put in a clip of it. It's amazing. I fucking love that part. Yeah. The best part of the finished song is the bridge as well, because it like sort of has the live vibe a little bit. 'Cause the world is ugly, but you're beautiful to me. Are you thinking of me? I could think of you.
Yeah. The
but
chorus,
not as much.
the rasp that he has in his voice is so nice.
Very nice. Very good. Yes,
It's so good. It's just like this really like raw, like guttural feeling. Sound like you know what it like invokes this really like raw feeling. I don't know. I really like that part.
I'm their chief. I got it.
Yes. I'm just reading my notes and I was a mess. So they have another mention of lights here. I think this is maybe like what 10 now that he's talking about lights.
He thinks about lights a lot.
Yeah, he likes that kind of metaphor of like the you know the these are the nights and the lights that we fade in. He's like got a spotlight complex or something. I don't know what's.
Well, in all fairness to him, he deals with lights a lot more than we do.
He does.
His shows involve lights, every single show.
Yeah. So I mean I understand it. It's like
a major part of his life.
But you know what it makes me you know what it makes me think of every time that I think about like him having a spotlight complex is in oh god, in Raise Your Voice.
You mean the timeless Hilary Duff classic Raise Your Voice?
That's exactly the one I mean, where she goes up on stage and every time a light is like shown into her eyes, she like has a panic attack.
Yeah.
And
she thinks of the headlights of the car.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That movie was my shit.
That movie was my shit. I was like, I want to go to music school.
Yeah.
And have like spontaneous compositions on the lawn with people who play the fucking spoons or something.
You don't want that though. I promise you don't. It's so cringy.
No, I don't. That's really annoying. I would never want that now.
I know, but they made it look so great.
They did. And the fucking electric violin girl, man. Wow. I was like, I want to meet an electric violin girl.
Yeah. What a fucking masterpiece.
Wait, did you see that they're doing a Lizzie McGuire reboot?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm ready.
They're doing Lizzie as an adult with like kids and stuff.
Like fucking, like I don't want to give more money to Disney, but like, I guess like, I'm fucking gonna.
Yeah, like, as I fucking have to now.
Yeah, fuck. God damn that mouse.
They're reeling, goddamn that mouse. They're reeling everyone in with this like mid-2000s, late 90s nostalgia
Yeah,
stuff.
and I'm just a fucking sucker for it.
I am
just
too.
Their prime demographic.
I know. Like, it's irresistible. There's no escaping it.
I want to insert that clip of Gerard being like, you want to be a demographic?
You like being a demographic? Something someone can use for evil? Do you like that? Fuck no, you don't.
Fuck no, you don't.
But everybody cheers.
He's like, that's not what I wanted. React correctly, y'all.
I do want to be a demographic because I want this content.
I know.
I want it. I want new Liz McGuire content.
I do. I do as well.
Also, okay, going back to the song, we have to mention, I don't know what to do with it, but we have to mention the last part of the song, which is a throwback to vampires.
Yes.
What does it mean? I don't fucking know. And I don't think Gerard knows either. Because he tweeted about it.
Yeah, he was like, whoa, I totally forgot about this.
Yeah, he's like, I totally fucking forgot. And so I don't think it has a meaning.
No, it doesn't at all. I think it was just like, oh, this would fit in here and this would be a cool throwback and
yeah.
Yeah. What is it? Like Never Forever, like Ghost in the Snow, like Ghost in the Sun. I remember hearing that for the first time and like my whole body froze. I was like,
yeah.
Excuse me? What did you just say?
No fucking same.
Wow. So, and you mentioned this line earlier, for every failing sun, there's a morning after. My dudes, Gerard Way, thank you for my life. Their hearts don't beat like ours, but mine beats twice as hard. Yes, it does, Gerard. You live your best passionate life. He's just so passionate about stuff and things.
Stuff and things. I mean, that all feels like very proto Danger Days to me, you know?
Yes, it's amazing. The low growly synth kind of thing behind some of the lyrics.
Every one of us, there's an army of them.
Incredible. Like in the song, I think it's like about a minute in, just behind the lyrics when he's singing, like you can hear the lyrics in this low synth that, the like Ghost in the Snow is done in.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that effect. It's like a doubled thing, but I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, it's like some sort of like mechanical quality
Yeah.
that happens. I think I like that. What I don't like is the different layered vocals. I think that's what I don't like. But I do kind of like the mechanicaliness of it.
Okay. Yeah, I get that. I get that because like the synth and like mechanical part is a different aspect than like overproduced vocals.
Yeah, but
It's
they
like a
sort of
different-
like they're used at the same time in the song sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think I just like the original version, It's just
No,
so
I understand.
fucking good.
Yeah. Also, I wish that there were a way for me to convey the smirk emoji over podcast form because there's an A here. In that high part.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Some things never change. This boy sticks an A in everywhere. And if it's not an A, then it's a B flat or a B. But most of the time it's an A, and I just get very excited about it because it's consistent, and he's done it since the very beginning. The beginning, like synthy, dreamy parts at the beginning of the song remind me hardcore of Only Hope.
Yeah.
They have really similar vibes there, so I think they may have taken that and translated over to Only Hope.
Yeah, there's like a guitar part in here too. Like that makes me think of Danger Days, but I couldn't peg it to one song.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that was some part of it.
Yeah. And the bass, once again, has a really cool tone here. It's like strong. It makes my head vibrate when I listen to it. I just really like the bass in this, like in these fucking songs. It's just like, yes, Mahiwe.
Conventional Weapons is very bassy, more than
Ugh,
anything
go
else
off.
they've ever done.
Love that for him.
It was Mikey's time to shine.
It was. He said, "Excuse me, bitches." Coming through. And the instrumentation, other than like the synth, and all that kind of stuff, like it's just a lot of it's really simple, I think, like heavy bass, drums, and synth. And kind of light on the guitars. They mostly just embellish or like set a rhythmic line in the chorus.
It's very lit on the guitars.
Yeah.
And just like a lot of vocals up front,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different setup for sure.
It's very pop.
Yes. And it's something that they definitely geared towards going into Danger Days.
Yeah.
But and that's different from a lot of conventional weapons in that they are a little bit heavier on the guitars in some of the other songs.
I think Conventional Weapons is like split down the middle, whether or not it's like heavy punk guitars or heavy pop synth stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
That's my feelings.
Yeah. The guitars also harmonizing with Gerard on Every Night, Every Day.
It's
good shit. I love that. It makes me happy. It's pretty cool and sounds nice. My ears like it. Thank you, Ray Toro. Thank you, Frank. That's all I have to say about that.
Anyway, The Light Behind Your Eyes.
So long to all my friends, every one of them met tragic ends.
Get your fucking tissues ready, my dudes.
Is this one of the best MCR songs?
Yes, I think it might be.
Maybe so.
I don't know how I'm going to talk about the song because it just makes me cry.
I almost wrote in my notes that, like, I can't write anything, let Kat take this.
No, because I can't either.
But then I figured that you might have the same problem. So I wrote notes.
It's just so much. Like, I don't... Like, this song literally makes me cry maybe every time I listen to it.
Yeah.
Like, and I skip it for that reason, because I'm like, I'm not going to cry
Yeah,
today.
I don't want to fucking cry today.
But my dudes, it's about his daughter.
Oh boy. All right. So the tweet about it. His tweet about it is, light behind. Thought about Bandit, our own mortality as a band, the Friends, bands that broke up. Wanted it to sound like High Hopes by Pink Floyd. Real quick, let's address that.
Beyond the horizon of the place we lived when we were young.
Because the very beginning, the piano line is pretty similar to the guitar's progression, and just kind of overall the influence is really clear.
Yeah, I mean, if you listen to that song, there's definitely, like, chord progressions that sound very similar. But, like, who fucking cares? The song is about his daughter.
No, I know.
It's so upsetting.
I know. It's really... Okay, so this song is... It's, to be honest, it's too much.
It's too much.
The strings in the beginning, Ray Toro, I know it's you. Please promptly fuck off.
Oh my god, I wrote the same thing. I wrote fuck you for putting in strings and an acoustic guitar. Like, the most tear-jerking instruments that you could include in a song. Like, just fuck you forever.
I know this is Ray Toro's fault. I have to start with the instrumental here, because the lyrics are overwhelming, one. And two, the instrumental is too fucking good.
It's really good. Fuck these people.
Yeah. The drums leading into the first chorus.
If you promise not to cry, then I'll tell you just what I would say if I could be with you too.
We love a build-up.
Yes.
Ray, please. The guitar during the bridge.
Sometimes we must grow stronger, and you can't be stronger when I'm gone. When I'm here, no longer, you must be stronger.
Oh my god, like heavy Pink Floyd inspiration
Oh my God.
in the way that just, like, soars.
Go off, Queen. I'm thriving. I'm living.
Like, that is some, like, I mean, that's like some 70s metal shit. Like, just some pretty boys with long hair and crop tops.
Wow.
You know?
Put Ray Toro in a crop top.
Put Ray Toro in a crop top, 2K19.
Yes, please. Oh my goodness. I'm overwhelmed.
I guess if there was the 70s, you just call it a cutoff tee because you're a dude.
Right. Can't call it a crop top. That's too
But
girly.
it was a crop top.
Yeah, it's a crop top. Okay.
Let's talk about the lyrics, okay? Let's fucking talk about them.
Yeah, I'm not ready.
We have to.
You start.
Shit. Okay, guys. Okay. So the gist of the song. Okay, here's what happened in real life. Okay, so Gerard went from being basement Gerard into comic books, into superheroes, into really nerdy metal music, and he suddenly has a kid, like, pops out, and he's like, oh fuck, I am a father. And just matures into a grown-ass adult so much faster than he would ever imagine possible. Mm-hmm. And so this song is about his infant daughter and, like, him telling her that when he dies or when he's no longer there, that she needs to carry on. So upsetting. Okay.
Wow, I can't even breathe. He's singing a lullaby to his daughter. He says he can't be with her to sing her to sleep, but he would if he could. I don't have daddy issues. Shut up. Mind your business.
It's just so fatherly.
It is. It's too much. When he's gone,
This episode is a mess.
don't lose hope. Don't lose your light and your passion. Be strong and hold my hand. Take my fucking hand and never be afraid again. I think the problem is that I can't seriously talk about this song or else I will cry. So
Yes.
I have to make a joke out of it because
man.
it's overwhelming and my brain doesn't
This
know
is
how to
like-
process it.
This is one of those times where we need like a therapist to be on the show with us. 'Cause it's
We
just
need a
so-
mediator. We need like a moderator here to just direct the conversation back to where it needs to be.
I know. Okay, I'll try to organize my thoughts.
I know.
But
I
it's
literally
just so much, guys.
all of my notes about the song are in caps, so that's about where I'm at.
Okay. When Dale loses fight.
No.
One day he will,
No,
okay?
he
Everybody
won't.
dies. He will.
Oh my god, don't say it.
When Dale loses fight, as we fade in the dark, just remember you will always burn as bright.
Oh my god.
Fucking kill me.
Oh my god. Burn as bright.
Over.
Which is like a throw forward to another song in conventional weapons.
I think it's just a common phrasing, honestly.
I don't know.
Though, I mean, okay, but that song is also about, like, the death of the band, kind of. I mean, that's, like, a song about the band, and this is a song to his daughter, but also, I guess, a song about the band. I care about that so much less than the part about his daughter.
Yeah.
But yes,
Okay.
it ties in.
The lyrics, I'll fail and lose this fight, versus later in the song where he says, I failed and lost this fight.
I can't think about that part.
He goes
I really
through
can't.
a narrative in this song. He goes through a progression. He is fighting the battle, and then at some point he loses.
And, like, he just didn't, you know?
No.
And that's, like, so upsetting.
And the end, this is a repetition of lyrics I can get behind, because normally I'm not behind this, where they're just saying the same thing over and over again, and I'm like, please move on. But this is one that I can back 1,000%. It has, where he is saying light behind your eyes over and over again, it has dynamics, it has meanings,
It does.
it has Gerard softly whispering the light behind your eyes in your ear.
Yes.
It's My Chemical Romance ASMR. This is everything that I need out of a song. This is everything I want.
The light behind your eyes. 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 The light behind your eyes.
I hate this part because it's the part that makes me cry.
It is.
So I hate this part.
I also hate it, but I love this part because it's so fucking good and it's so well done. And I have never heard Gerard sing so softly in my life. And he's so close to the microphone.
Yes, he
and
is.
it's so real. And it's just, oh my god. Oh my god.
Fuck this song. Like, honestly, fuck this song. But, like, it's also the most mature song that Gerard has ever written.
Yeah.
To this day.
To this day.
To this day. It's just
Wow.
so dramatically grown up. And it's so abrupt from, like, who he's been.
Yeah.
And not like he's been like other, like, pop punk bands, just, like, you know, writing songs about drinking and, like, fucking chicks. But, like, I don't know. It's just like a piece of wisdom. Like, he became a father and then, like, in 5 seconds thought about everything.
Yeah.
Thought about, like, his mortality, his life, his daughter's life, about, like, her potential. She's like a fucking infant, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, and he's like,
There's so many feelings.
he's kind of, I feel like it's like a coming to a realization of like, oh shit, like when I'm not here anymore, like this person's still gonna be here, and I want to make sure that things are all right for this person. Like, what kind of world am I leaving behind for this person, and what kind of life am I setting up for her? And he's, you know, I think grappling with that thought is really heavy and really big because it's an entire person's life that, you know, you're shaping and, you know, kind of molding and helping them grow. And I think him dealing with that made him grow up real quick.
Real quick. Like, I don't know, just the thought that, like, in Bandit's, like, first moments of life, he also thought about the end of his own life. I can't handle this.
Yeah.
I can't handle that.
Well, that makes sense, though. That tracks because he thinks a lot about death. And
I mean, sure.
He thinks,
yeah, why am I surprised?
He thinks a lot about his family's mortality. And I think, you know, he thought about a lot about his own mortality, but not in, like, a positive light. I think this song kind of puts it in a positive light of like, okay, you know, it's going to happen, but that's okay because you're going to be fine.
Yeah, I think it's different from other My Chem songs because he dies as the speaker frequently in other My Chem songs, you know,
Yeah.
like that's a common theme. And I mean, there are a lot of songs that have to do with like the act of death and then after death because, I mean, as we discussed, he has a lot of songs about being like a sacrificial lamb or being a saint or, you know, like about being a martyr. And so there's a lot of like suffering involved. There's a lot of dwelling on the fact that he's dying for a cause. And like you sort of skip past that part in this song. This song is not a song that wants you to think about death.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a song that wants you to think about going on and continuing to live.
Right.
Which is so different from other songs. I feel like there are a lot of songs that are about hope and a lot of songs are about, especially on Danger Days, like after I die, make it mean something. But this, like, it just sort of, it both is and is not about death.
Yeah.
In a very specific way that he hasn't done before.
Yeah.
And which he is only doing because he loves his daughter.
Oh my goodness.
And he doesn't want to write a song for her that is about the act of his dying.
Yeah.
And that is the only time when he doesn't want to talk about the act of his dying.
Wow.
That is emotional.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It reminds me of in Frank's live performances when the one performance when his kids were out on stage with him.
Yes.
During Joyriding, when he pulled away from the microphone.
Oh my god. Okay, it's just like Gerard wants to be a martyr for everybody, but the people that he actually cares about, you know, like he's so willing to like
Throw himself on the sword.
Yeah, throw himself on the sword, be burned at the stake, be tortured, killed, whatever. Except when it comes to his daughter and his wife.
Because he wants to stick around. He wants them to...
But he can't. He can, and that is the great tragedy.
I know. Oh boy.
This is rough.
I can't even analyze this song anymore. I quit. I'm leaving. I need to go. I don't think any other MCR song makes me automatically cry like this one does.
No, it doesn't. It's just this one.
There's like no other one.
Oh my god. It's just so clear that he cares.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Imagine a father caring.
Like, honestly, this song is so brave.
Yeah.
How incredible to be so vulnerable and emotional and put it on a record. Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely done like raw and emotional before, but I don't think it's been like, so this is going to be confusing, but do you know like some people, they overshare and they're like, I'm being vulnerable, I'm telling you every secret thing about myself, but it's not actual vulnerability because they're like using it to hide something else that's actually vulnerable.
Yeah.
I think
yes.
That's kind of along the lines of what Gerard has done in the past. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing because we don't need to know his actual vulnerable side. Like he doesn't have an obligation to show that. But I think in this song he does, like show an actual, real vulnerable side. And I think that's kind of what makes it really different is that it's really personal and really emotional for literally everyone involved. So
I think also, I mean, I think the thing you're talking about is like people performing vulnerability.
Yeah.
You know, which isn't always necessarily a bad thing, but like I do think that with how theatrical MCR is, that they perform vulnerability often.
Yes.
Because they have to make it look like something else. And because they have all these concepts and they, I don't know, they aim high, you know, so they don't write records that are just personal like this.
Yeah.
And for the better, oftentimes. Like, it's awesome that they write concept records that are rooted in real things but don't look like the real things.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is just like plain speaking, and there's no metaphor, and like there's no big story, and like he's not like a figure that villagers are going out with pitchforks and torches, you know, like he's not dying in a gunfight, he's not your emo Jesus. He's just your fucking dad who wants you to have a good life after he's gone.
Yeah, it's like a very human, very normal thing, you know, for a parent to want a good life for their child, and just to write an entire song about that is like, that's a lot of emotion there.
It's a lot. And that like he sees so much potential in her and she's just a baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's really sweet. This has been a mess to listen to, I feel, but
You know, sometimes it just be like that.
I just have a lot of feelings.
I just have a lot of feelings.
She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here.
All right.
Yep.
Are we done being emotional?
I think so.
Are we done talking about these songs?
I am.
All right. Well, we're going to move on.
Whew.
I hope that you're okay out there.
Yeah.
I hope this hasn't been a mess to listen to. And I also hope that you're not crying.
I mean, you know,
Because I'm crying a little bit.
if you are, it's okay. Sometimes it just
It's
happens,
okay.
and you need to express yourself. And it's
Sometimes,
okay.
listen, crying actually releases stress hormones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the stress hormones come out of your body in your tears.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very good for you. I have stress cried a lot in recent days.
Yeah.
Because I have made travel mistakes, which have been stressful.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
Yep.
it's time to move on to happier things.
Like fanecdotes.
Like fanecdotes.
Okay. This fanecdote comes from MKZ Mary Friend on Instagram. So Mary Friend says, I guess I can start with the fact that Kill All Your Friends was the first MCR song I'd ever heard. I found it on Tumblr, I listened to it once, went, that's a cool song, and put it on my music blog. Went, I think I recognize the name of that band, struggled, and then moved on with my life. Then, again through Tumblr, I found Welcome to the Black Parade and was obsessed with that song. I kept thinking it's like Queen, and I listened to it all the time. But again, I went on with my life, until about December of last year, where I got sick during finals. I felt like shit, and I get depressed when I get sick, so I wasn't having the best month. Then, once I got better, I was still depressed, and realized I was having an actual depression month. By then, I'd been listening to things off the Black Parade, Teenagers, Welcome to the Black Parade, Famous Last Words, and the B-sides. Eventually, on a particularly grim night, while lying on my living room floor, glaring into the universe, I decided to listen to the whole album. As I did, I became so goddamn mad at myself for not doing it earlier, and then I just had to know everything about them. I legitimately forgot I was depressed, and my family went on vacation to New York the next month, January, and by then I had started listening to Danger Days. It took me way too long to listen to 3 Cheers. I kept putting it off like I had with Black Parade, but eventually when I was back in school and just so fucking angry, I listened to the album and was like, oh, that's what it's like to relate to music. I'm very sorry, but I still can't really listen to Bullets. Remember the time they were talking about how on 3 Cheers they learned about choruses? Yeah, my brain can't really get past it yet. But I promise to try for you guys.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The best part of Bullets is that you get 3 songs in one song.
It's going on a journey. Mary Friend adds on, I forgot to say I've made a lot of friends on Instagram since I became a fan, and I've never had a lot of friends, so it was really amazing to find such a welcoming and nice community. And I think that's it. Yes, okay. Yes, so thank you for sending that in, Mary Friend.
Thank you. Good luck on your Bullets journey.
Yeah, report back to us when you like it.
Listen, it might take a few years. Like, I hated Bullets when I first listened to it, and now look at me.
Can you imagine?
A full-grown Bullets bitch.
A full-grown Bullets bitch.
Sometimes it takes a couple of years to hit you.
Yep.
But eventually it will get you.
No, it hits everyone at some point or another.
At some point. It's a fact. It's a biological fact. All right, our second fanecdote is from Jess C. And also their Killjoy name is Discotheque Duelist.
Discotheque.
Wow. I feel like this Killjoy runs like the library in the zones, like gathers up as many printed materials as still exist and houses them.
Wow, that's a good job.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that.
So Jess says, "Hey, my Chem Fancast. I found MCR when I had to repeat 7th grade, and my friend Britley, who is now a year ahead of me, shoved the case for 3 cheers in my face, gushing about this amazing band she found over our summer break. I was going through way too much emotionally, so I kind of wrote them off for a while. But I wish I listened a bit more to her squeeing about how they all, oh god, turned bisexual in prison."
Oh,
I
don't know. I didn't know about that.
Okay, hold on. Before we go further, Jess is 27, so this was way back when.
No, I understand.
This is a dated phrasing.
Oh boy.
Anyway, the next year was actually when Welcome to the Black Parade dropped, and something about it punched me in the guts, and I was hooked. I had a pretty shitty childhood, growing up deeply sheltered and repressed by my parents, who did not approve of me being anything but a good little straight Baptist girl. My Chem suddenly opened my eyes to letting myself actually be who I wanted to be, even if that wasn't what was being beaten into me. I'm now 27, and I still listen to MCR almost every day, wear my band shirts, and do everything everyone told me I grew out of by now. I only regret that I was never able to see them live, as I live in Oklahoma and I never had any money as a teenager. But I will always cherish them as not only my favorite band of all time, but the music that let me finally be myself. Keep running, Jess C.
Wow.
Wow.
Just saying that people expected her to grow out of it and all that kind of thing reminded me. Do you know what my mother asked me the other day?
No.
Because I told her...
Do you want this on the podcast?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. But she asked me, because we were having a conversation and we had run out of things to talk about, and she said, "How's Frank?" And I said, "Let me tell you." Because she occasionally...
He has painted nails.
Yeah. She occasionally asks about Frank because it's something I can talk about at length. And so I was telling her, and you know, I was just, you know, gushing over how adorable a picture of him was and all that. And she was like, "Do you ever think that you're, like, going to grow out of this, that, like, are you going to be, like, 43 years old and, like, gushing over a picture of how cute he is and blah, blah?" I was like, "Yeah, probably."
Probably.
Fucking probably, my dude.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I mean, I've been here for 13 years. I feel like I'm not going anywhere.
No. I mean, like, are you telling me if you didn't show her a picture of a movie star that she thought was cute when she was, like, 26, that she wouldn't still think they were cute?
Yeah, I mean, she probably would, but she would dial it down literally just because she doesn't want to come off as, like, she's still fangirling because she wants to prove her point. That's how she is.
Here's the thing, man. Fucking be a fan of stuff.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's really fun to enjoy stuff too much.
Yeah, just enjoy things.
It's so fun to go to too many shows and to, like, meet friends in fandom and to make podcasts about your dumbass obsession. Like, it's so fun.
And there is so little to enjoy in this life, so just find something and just enjoy it.
Anyway, so that's our business. Those were our songs. These are our fanecdotes. It's finally time for the song of the week, I think.
Yeah.
Right? I always feel like I forget the order of this end of the episode bit, but you know what? Get over it.
Yeah. Okay. My song of the week. I'm very excited about my song of the week. It is Lie to Me by Jenny Owen Youngs.
Late night room patrol. I see you, but you don't know that girl
She is a co-host of Buffering the Vampire Slayer podcast.
She sure is.
And they write a song for every episode. Or Jenny does. Jenny writes a song for every episode of Buffy that they discuss. And
we should point out, she's like a musician.
Yeah, this is her full-time job. Like, she doesn't have like an
office job. It's not just that she's very enthusiastic about Buffy.
Yeah.
I mean, she also is enthusiastic about Buffy, but separately.
Yeah, she's like an actual musician that gets paid to do music things. It's such a sweet song. And it's about the episode where Buffy spots Angel with Drusilla and doesn't know like their relationship. And she's like, who is that? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, you're a fucking liar. Yep.
Hey, remember how Angel sucks, kind of?
Yes, yeah. Absolutely. Fuck Angel.
Fuck Angel.
Team Spike.
I have a lot to say on that too. Anyway.
I know. No, I mean, there's complications with Team Spike. Essentially, the entire sixth with everyone.
We forget that part.
I know.
Okay. My song of the week is Grounded by Pavement.
Doctors leaving for the holiday season. Got crystal ice picks, no gift for the gab. And in the parking lot is a sedan body never.
Just because, I don't know, I've been traveling a lot and feeling some 90s vibes, and so I came up with a list of a few songs that made me feel like if I was in the 90s and a teenager, these are the songs I listened to while heading to the mall with my friends in like their shitty car, and we're all wearing denim jackets and smoking clove cigarettes.
Wow.
And this is one of the songs I think is on that cassette tape.
Oh, wow. No, I definitely understand that like kind of fantasy and that like vibe that you're going for.
Yeah, and we're not like, we're gonna get some food in the mall, in the food court, but we're mostly just gonna hang out in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah, living that simple 90s teenager life.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think Drowning.
Which reminds me.
I think Drowning by Smashing Pumpkins is that vibe for me.
That has something to do with it. That seems like a little bit slicker though, so like maybe you wouldn't listen to it on the way to the mall, but you listen to it at home.
Got it.
But there's another song I like called Parking Lot, and it's by a band called Mineral.
Wow.
And that's another parking lot song. So that's my song of the week.
Cool.
All right.
Yes, so, okay, I think it's
last piece of business. Patrons. You know the drill. We have a Patreon. You can support it if you want to and keep this podcast going for its short lifespan. I mean, it's got a couple months. It's not going away immediately.
You gotta stop saying that. People are freaking out.
I know. The end is coming. Listen, this is a band all about death. We have songs about death.
Yep.
We need to talk about it sometime. I'm not going to blindside you like someone else may have when they took away your favorite band.
You say that.
That's not me. That ain't me.
You can't say that.
I'm giving you advance warning.
Oh, no.
I'm still bitter.
Oh, my God.
But these are the patrons who have pledged $2 more a month to help keep us going, and we really appreciate them. And to say thank you, we read their name off on this very long list. So thank you to Tim Malpass, Vienna Langton, Gabby Dauber, The Boy Phantom, My Mom, Tara Lamantia, Cherith McGregor, Katie Kelly, Melissa Contreras, Phil Grant, Amber Johnson, Caitlin Carnes, Anne Louise Mullen, Kayla Williams, Dominique Ray, Liz Roswell, Bertha Villa, Jen Schillingberg, Vanessa Zermeno, Brianna Tong, Alina Guier, Cassie Witt, Patricia Ignacio, Jenna Dove, Darcy Sheltman, Ella Bird, Jasmine Brett, and Rianne DeGraff. Thank you guys very much.
Wow. You rattled that list off.
Oh yeah, I'm a pro.
Wow.
I wonder how many I could do without looking.
Oh man, that would be impressive.
Another time. Another day.
Okay, so in the meantime, follow us on the socials. Twitter and Instagram at Chemical Fancast, Facebook, My Chemical Fancast, and email us words and things to mychemicalfancast@gmail.com. That's what we have.
So, until next time, I'm Kat.
I'm Haley.
And this is My Chemical Fancast. See you in a couple weeks.
Woo-hoo.